what's up everybody? This is Beau from GrowActive Solutions. Thank you very much for joining us today. Today I'm excited to be doing some podcasts, and the first one that we got going on is SLF. So SLF, Cris from SLF is here. Thank you very much for joining today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And so, yeah, I guess we're going to talk about SLF for a little bit. I guess also, well, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. I'm Cris Hohn with Nectar Fam. SLF-100 is part of our company, Nectar Fam. We are a microbial enzymatic product originating out of Oregon. We are out of, I believe, Medford, Oregon. Newton Hayes is the owner of this product. It was, I think, originally created, I believe, for human consumption. It is sold under a different name in health food stores as a probiotic for your gut. What's good for your gut is good for the plant's root system. You know, what you put in your gut, like as a probiotic, you know, clears out the bad stuff, leaves in the good stuff. You know, you want to keep your gut healthy. Same with the root system. That's kind of where it began.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, no, I mean, as living soil and everything is becoming a much more popular way of growing, everybody's talking about, you know, the probiotics. So, you know, different ferments, different forms of compost, probiotics, and how all of that stuff works together.
Right.
And I think that's kind of the cool thing about SLF is that it doesn't really matter what you're doing.
Right.
SLF is a great product. No matter if you're growing organically, no matter if you're growing with, you know, liquids in a bottle, or you're growing with, you know, dry mineral fertilizers. SLF has a benefit for everybody with that probiotic makeup of it.
Right. It goes well with every line that you can use. It's pH neutral. There are no added NPKs in it. You know, it is very good with anything that you're using.
Definitely. Yeah, no, I use it all the time with everything that I'm running. I switch nutrient lines a lot because of the shop, and I like to try a lot of things out before the customers try it, right? Or before we put it on our shelves to kind of give it our, you know, stamp of approval. And I'm always using SLF just because it works with everything. So, I mean, really one of there's a bunch of different big benefits to SLF, right? I guess really one of the big ones, if you're not growing organically, or even if you are, because we still need to use minerals sometimes in organics. Epsom salts, right? That is approved for organic.
Correct.
Right? So SLF has a really great way of breaking down salts and making them more available to the plant, right?
100%. If you're using a salt-based line, you definitely need to be using SLF. It does break down salts, makes your root system ready to eat more efficiently. Yes, 100%. That's one of the great things it does.
Yes.
It also helps with fungus gnats, the larvae.
Yes.
It can clear out fungus gnat larvae. It's been shown to help with that. If you're using a fertilizer product that has some kind of gum buildup on the top of your soil, it helps break that down. There are just a ton of benefits for using it.
Yeah. Definitely.
There are just numerous benefits. We've also noticed, but it's proven, it helps clean drip lines.
Yes.
It helps keep your reservoir clean. What I like to say is, and what I tell our customers, anytime water touches my plant, it has SLF in it. If I'm cutting clones, when I'm putting them in, just waiting to go in, my water has SLF. If I am popping a seed, if I use the paper towel method, my wet paper towel has SLF in it. Anytime water touches my plant, SLF. We've noticed, we use a cloner, so our cloner water is getting slimy. We're having to change it a lot. We started putting SLF in it. We don't have to change it like that anymore. It doesn't get slimy like that.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, no, it keeps everything really nice and fresh. You know, I use an irrigation system and emitters. And so, you know, any kind of little buildup can clog those up.
World of difference.
SLF, keeps everything nice and clean and flowing.
Our fabric pots, when we wash them after we're done, we have a big tub, we put SLF in it, we've noticed it's so much easier to wash those fabric pots.
Definitely. But I do want to circle back for a minute because we've stepped over one of the big factors that I think a lot of people should really give SLF a try, because we get questions all the time on how do I get rid of fungus gnats? Right? And, you know, we have some good IPM organic IPM recipe or products.
Right.
And there's all types of, let's just say, like insecticides, right? But here's something that will actually help with fungus gnats. I've noticed
And it's not a
huge
chemical.
decrease
It's
in
not a
my own
chemical.
garden,
Yeah.
right? And it's doing multiple things for you. Now, granted, it's a side benefit. It's
Correct.
It's
Wasn't created for that purpose.
absolutely not, right? And so it's not necessarily your only line of defense, right? But I have seen populations go from infestation down to minimal just using SLF.
So one of the things you need to know, so it's 5 ml per gallon of water for normal application, but if you have a bad infestation, I would go 15 ml to 30 ml, depending on your infestation. And I don't want to spread any misinformation, so don't quote me if I am wrong here, but it's something about the crystallization, it forms some kind of crystals in there, and the larvae eat it, and it like rips out their guts or their stomachs or something like that. I think I remember seeing that, something like that.
Yeah, it's one of the forms of bacteria, how I understand it, is one of the forms of bacteria just as a byproduct of during the formulation. Again, not trying to spread any falsified information, but that bacteria, yes, it
right.
destroys
decimates the larvae.
Yeah, absolutely, right? So, however, it's working.
And that's what you want killed is the larvae. That's what you want dead, because the ones that are flying around already aren't going to live that long anyway. But the ones that are in your soil, those are what's going to come out in the future. So you want the larvae gone.
Absolutely, and interrupting life cycles when we're dealing with any type of infestation is the biggest component. What we're seeing, the finished ones aren't the bad ones. It's what's coming is really the issue, right?
Right.
So
they're down in there by your root system. They're down in your soil.
definitely. So SLF is a great product. Again, whether you're growing organically and you're using a top dress, it can help break that stuff down. Whether you're growing with liquid fertilizers, right? This will benefit no matter if it's mineral or organic, and also drive.
It also
minerals.
helps with terpene production.
Yes, it does.
Yes, yeah, and that's a lot of people, don't really care about some of the other stuff. They don't realize how important it is. They're just terpene. It also helps with terpene production. So it's been proven now. So
nice.
Yeah, it took a little while, but it has been proven now. So it does help with terpene production. So if you're just all about the end result, there you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Right, that instant gratification.
Yes, for sure. Yep, for sure. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I guess, I don't know. Is there any tips or tricks for SLF that you would want to pass along? It is pretty
straightforward. It's like I said, if water touches your plant, have it in there. You can't overdo it. It'll never burn. It is pH neutral. What we do is, after you have mixed your nutrients, you've pH'd, then you add SLF. Add it at the end. It's kind of like a microbe, any of your other microbes. Add it at the end. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy to use. You can't overdo it. You just be wasting your product, wasting your money, So it's, there's no reason to dump more in, unless you have fungus gnats, 15 to 30 mil, but keep it around 5 mil for the most part,
That's what I do.
Towards the end of the line, whenever we get into bloom, probably, maybe our 3rd through our 6th week of bloom, we up it to about 10 mil and then back off towards the end, towards our ripening flush. So
definitely just help break down and balance those nutrients out at the peak of flower.
we give it a little more towards the the middle of our bloom, but everything else from then on it's 5 mil per gallon.
Nice.
So
hell yeah.
Pretty easy.
Definitely. Well, thank you very much for joining us today at the GrowActive 3rd anniversary event.
We're so excited. We hope everybody comes out.
Absolutely.
Come out and get you a sample of SLF.
There you go. So come on out, everybody, and thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thanks.
What did you say the name was?